Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the 184th video in my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, and here we are in the industrial district of the Pitt. This area became available because of the expedition system. If you take a look at the map, you can see we are not anywhere in Appalachia. This is part of the expedition system. I meant to open up the expedition system. There we go. Expedition's the Pitt, and this is one of two districts you can go to, the other one being the Trench. Now, you're brought here basically to help a group of settlers known as the Union fight against a bunch of raiders that are known as the Fanatics. And we're going to be doing a little bit of that, but we're not really going to be following the quest. I'll be doing that kind of stuff in a different video. Specifically, what we're going to be doing here is looking at everything we can find here, all the loot, all the collectibles, all the notes, and that's going to be that. Now, like I showed you, there is no map of this area. All we have is a grayed out version of the map of Appalachia. So I made my own map, and we can take a look at this here. Now, I can't take full credit for this. I did base it off of one that I found on the wiki, but I drew over it and basically got rid of all the clutter and just tried to show what was specifically important. Now, the yellow lines are roads. You can see the buildings that have all the letters on them. I've got individual maps of those interiors. Now, there are three locations that I've got named here: the shipping container yard, the rail yard, and the pin. The pin is the local headquarters for the settlers, or for the Union, I mean. And we're down here in the southeastern corner of the map. Now that's actually the vertibird landing pad. There's the vertibird. That's how we got here. Now let's take a look around here. So we got this one building here. Corners collapsed there with a pipe on top of it. Corners collapsed over there. The pipe here actually came off of this structure. You can see where it's missing from right there. That building's collapsing to the southwest. There is an alleyway around this building. There's not really anything to see in that. It's just full of rubble. But if we do come around the backside here, there is a way to climb up in here. One thing to note real quick, this is on my Fallout world, so I can shoot and kill things really easily. I don't get shot and I don't die very easily. And along with that, I can jump stupidly high, but anywhere that I show you is a place you're going to be able to get into if you just can do normal jumping. Like I can show you right here, jump down on here, jump up onto the AC, onto that vent right there, onto the AC, but I can just jump directly into it. In fact, I overshot it a bit, but here we are. Okay. So we got this dead gentleman right here, his burning radiator, and right over here we have the first note, time enough at last. Everyone was gone in a flash just like that. All my family and neighbors, if it just wasn't for the loneliness. At least I have my books, the collective works of Venable, Brom, Sterling, and Meredith. Books, all the books I'll ever need, ever want. And the best thing of all is there's time, all the time I need, all the time I want. There's time enough at last. Now that's a reference to a Twilight Zone episode. The only reason I know that, of course, is because it was also referenced by Futurama, I believe, and that's where I saw it. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and head over this way. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and cross the street and start heading north. We're going to come to the first structure. The road's closed with debris. This front of the structure here is collapsed, but if we go through this door, we end up in the Blind Pig. This is building L on my map. I'll show you the interior. Okay, so right out here we got the sitting area. There's a rat. I keep forgetting to mention the names of the enemies here. Okay, the Fanatics, I mentioned them before. Those are the main enemies you're going to face. Raiders, they've also got robots, specifically Protectrons, and along with that they've got some turrets. Now, along with those there are Radroaches. Then beyond that there are Trogs. Now, we're not going to see any Trogs in this video because they only show up if you're actually doing the expedition quest, and we're not going to be doing that right now. Now, along with that, there are traps, both guns and spikeboard traps. So, let's continue to look around here. Okay, so we got some crap behind the counter, some guns, and more sitting area over here. People sitting in their chairs still. Seems like they died on the day of the bombs. Seem to be trapped on that table. There we go. Okay, and we have the second note here, my sweet baby boy. They took him, dragged him down to the bowels of the foundry. I was powerless. You have to believe me, I was so scared. I didn't even try to stop them. I didn't know what to do. I hid. I told him to hide, but they found him. Why did it have to be him? I couldn't even cry out. No air in my lungs. What do I do? What do I do? Okay. Now we got a little bit of a, I wouldn't say it's a kitchen, but it's a little bit of a serving area. Probably where the waiters or waitresses would get the trays, the drinks, things like that. Back here we got the bathrooms. Okay, this one's collapsed in. This one actually has a door that goes into the kitchen. There's another Radroach. Okay, coming through here. Got a dead gentleman right back there. Some spices, some pepper, some salt, some more junk, some sugar back there. And if we come back through here, we actually have another way out of the building back here. I'm just going to point this out, but we'll come back around to this in a minute. Let's head back into the sitting area. We can come out through the front door to the ruined street outside. And this is why I called it the Blind Pig. Now if we head further up this street, there's that back entrance right there. But we're going to head back this way for now. Okay. And we're now back out in front. There's the vertebrate landing. Alright, we originally went into this structure right over here. Okay. So right over here, we have the hardware store. We come in here, we got another note, shopping list. Going on a supply run. Pick these up if you can find them. Cram, cola, tuna, canned, and hope. Alright. Little cheesy there, but toolbox there with some junk in it. Let's take a look around here. Another toolbox with some junk. Okay, let's head into the back office. We got a safe here. Level 1 safe. Some more junk. Okay. And we'll go at the back entrance this time. And we're back in an alleyway. And there's another Radroach. Okay. There again is the... Oh, another Radroach apparently. Right over there is the Blind Pig again. And this is about as far as we're going to go up this alleyway here. And we'll go back out to the front. Again, vertebrate landing pad there. Alright, we got a couple pipes that cross the street here. And that right there is the train yard. This area is held by the Fanatics. As you can see right there. Again, this is on my world. So that's why a couple shots, not even really aimed, just using VATS are enough to kill them. Okay, we can get onto these train cars. There's an ammo container there. If we head back up this way, there's some junk and some steel. That's part of the whole expedition missions. You can find those steel piles around here. They're randomized, so you're not always going to find that one right there. You got a dead member of the Union right here. And, yep, another one right there. Let's go ahead and head up this way. Okay, got a truck full of steel, so we got crushed under the wheels. And this right here is the next structure we're going to cover, and this is the pit stop. Okay, got some traps in here, so be careful. Okay, like I said. And another trap right there. Alright, some junk. Right here, another safe. And if we head back over here, right over here we have a Hellcat mercenary, and next to them we have another note, a farewell to Pittsburgh. Last chronicle of Sergeant Ning, Hellcat Company, or what's left of it anyway. We spent a long time in the pit. The wars among its occupants have been incessant, but all that is finally drawing to a close. Not much left in the way of resistance anymore. The Fanatics own damn near everything, only the Union remains. Until this monolith falls apart and it starts all over again. We made the right choice becoming mercenaries, I still believe that. Fought on every which side and made a killing doing it. We came out on top, and now we should get the hell out before the Fanatics turn on us too. Some of the others may have doubts given the casualties we sustained, and I get that. Has to be that half of us are gone now from when I started, maybe more. Hard to keep count. But that's behind us now. I have no interest in sticking around to find out what peacetime means to these raiders. I'm moving on to greener pastures. This world needs its killers, or its defenders, or whatever you'll pay me to be. Have to be other towns out there just as screwed as we were by the war and the bombs and everything that goes with it. I hear Kit's taking some others and heading south, but that sounds weak. Appalachia is soft, no bombs there, no challenge. No, I'll go elsewhere. See what trouble I can get into. Gets my blood pumping just thinking about it. Okay, and we got a backpack, nothing in that. Got an ammo bag there. Okay, head back out here. Outside the front of the building here, that's a Union fighter right there, we don't have to worry about them. This is not open, by the way, when you first show up. This is simply because I've progressed enough in the mission to allow us access to the pin. We're not going to go into the pin just yet. Okay, so again, pit stop sign. We went in right over there. We came up this street. There's that woman that's crushed under the tires right over there. Alright, heading up the street here. This is the little alleyway behind the building. There's the hardware store again. Dead Radroaches. Alright. We're going to head up the street a little bit more. And there we have the Blind Pig again. Okay, it's starting to get a feel for the layout of this place. Again, I'll show you the map real quick. L is the Blind Pig. K is the pit stop. and J is the hardware store. Okay, now with that said, let's go ahead and head up these stairs and on to the roof of the pit stop. And we have another note. I think I just, yep, thought I heard another Radroach. Alright, warning shots. Listen, I know Evan told us to only fire warning shots if you see any of those fanatic assholes rummaging around, but I'm telling you, if you see one, you put a shot right between their subhuman eyes. We both know they wouldn't afford us the courtesy of a warning shot. Besides, as far as I can tell, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. The fewer of them around, the better our chances are. Okay, now along with that we got a gun there, a couple ammo boxes. Let's go ahead and head over this way, across this little debris bridge. And we got a cooking station, some wood. I should have mentioned the collectibles. There's like this right here is one of the only collectible nodes outside of some crops you can find inside the pin. Anyway, we got a sleeping bag right there, another duffel bag full of ammo, and we can potentially jump down off the roof if we need to, or climb up the rubble to get up here, but not really too much up here to try to find your way up here anyway. Okay, so with that, we've covered the majority of this area, but why don't we go ahead and take a quick look up the street just to see what's over here. Okay, so we got a collapsed structure right there. The end is nigh sign up there. You can climb up there, especially if you've got my ability to jump stupidly high, but there's nothing really to be found up there. We got more Fanatics down there. Just take care of these guys just real quick. Okay. Alright, now that's another building right there, but let's head further up the street for now. Another dead Union fighter right there. Another one right there. Sometimes you can find some steel in the back of this truck. Nope, not today. If we head up here, we got a collapsed tunnel. And that right over there is the storage container yard. Now, we're not going to go in there just yet. Let's head back up this way, now that we've got the general layout of everything that's not the pin, the shipping container yard, and the rail yard. So let's go ahead and take a look inside the pin.
So damn hungry.
Okay, so we've got 3 structures in here you can go into, and then there's a whole bunch of walkways and bridges and stairs. So let's take a look around. We'll check out the ground level first. Got some clutter around here. Dumpster. You can head down in there and then head up into this structure. You've also got more stairs to go up in there, right back there. Some power armor stations, although I don't know if I've ever seen any of the Union members wearing power armor. There's another area down here. Okay. More entrances to that lower area. In fact, that lower area, let's take a look at it, because it doesn't really go anywhere. This is where I was talking about the crops. Okay, you got some Tatos. And some corn.
Best defense is
A lot of fertilizer in here. Alright, come back out here. Got some stairs up. Coming around here, more clutter, more walls. Collapsed tunnel again. Got a truck with some old containers on it with some junk inside of them. Collapsed tunnel. Right up here we got a guard. Here's another door into the pin. This is the eastern door. Again, there's the blind pig right over there. Okay. Let's go ahead and head up here. Gives you a view of the bridge up here. Got some more junk. Some more containers of loot. Okay. Coming back over here, we can head up inside this train car. And that'll lead us right up into this structure. Got a kitchen in here. Some food supplies. Another cooking station there. You can go out this wall if you want to. And if you come back over here, the stairs go down. And this is that little entrance that I pointed out before. Okay. Okay. We can also cross this little bridge here, or we could have come up those stairs right there, or we could have come up those stairs right there. All of them lead up here. We can now go in here. Some clutter mainly. Head up these stairs. More clutter, but there's also a note. I'm getting out of this town. I saw it, Marnie. One of those things. I know you don't believe me, but they aren't a myth. They're real. They're stalking us, waiting in the shadows, waiting to pounce. I'm out of here. Don't know where to, but I can't take it anymore. The Rads alone should have done it for me, or the Fanatics, but I tried to hold on for you. Well, there's no more holding on. Maybe out west it's not so bad. Never thought of moving to Topeka before, but hell, it can't be any worse than up here. I'd ask you to come with me, but I know what you'll say, so I won't wait up. Maybe someday we'll meet again, out on the plains, or somewhere altogether different. I do hope that's the case. Until then, don't get eaten. Kin. Now, Kin is talking about Trogs, I believe, and they are pretty nasty little creatures. Okay, little bridge right there, and we got a little platform out here with a couple of members of the Union. Okay, axe stuck in the wall there, and we got a little dormitory. Bathroom back here, little kitchen, and this is something I wanted to note. This is the exact refrigerator that you have in Fallout 4. These people are buying the exact same things as Nate and Nora. They've also got the same HVAC problems. They have a wicked shipping magnet, even though I'm fairly certain that's a Boston area thing. Anyway, it's just weird because, like, I'm used to seeing the calendar with all of Nate and Nora's stuff on it all over the place, but I don't think I've ever seen a fridge like that. Maybe I have and I just don't remember it. Anyway, let's go ahead and head out here. And there's the bridge over into this other structure. There's Hex, the head of this local Union detachment, and she's got a terminal. The plan. I don't care what anyone says, we're taking the foundry back. The other locals can say what they want about numbers and rations. The 42 ain't no pushovers. And besides that, we've got the brains, don't we? Don't they all say that's what keeps us in the game? The longer we let those bastards occupy the means of production, the more edgy. The longer we let those bastards occupy the means of production, the more edge we lose in this fight. I mean, a working foundry in our hands, pumping out all the gear we could ever want. And meanwhile, the Fanatics are sitting on this gold mine, brewing chems, and sticking them in weapons. The thought of what our POWs are going through in there makes my blood boil. So no more staying on the defensive. If we're going out with a bang. Supplies. They hit us hard this time, right where it hurts, in the stomach. Somehow they found our food stores. We're only lucky they didn't have enough hands to haul off with all of it. Still, it's a big blow. Now we're scrambling to refill, hitting everywhere in the town that might still have a crumb of unclaimed food left. Meanwhile, Wicker's got his head up his butt worrying about our steel supplies. Weapons and armor don't mean a damn thing if we're too hungry to use them. The crew is already restless, worn down, and now we have starvation hanging over our heads. There's got to be a way out of this. And help is on the way. Or help is on its way. I was tough on Skippy when he left us. I knew he had good intentions, but I didn't think he'd keep his word. That he was just running away like the rest of them that went elsewhere over the years. Well, I was wrong. He's convinced some folks from Appalachia to come lend a helping hand. We've lost so many to the promise of that place, it's ironic to think they could save us. Skip says they're battle-hardened. I guess we'll see about that. Hard to think that anyone from down there could be as tough as us, but from the stories he's told, freaky red ghoul-like things, monster bats, and nukes going off all over. Sounds far-fetched, but if even half of that's true, maybe they'll have a fighting chance here in the pit. Okay. We're not going to talk to Hex, because I don't want to forward the quest. Right over here we got an ammo box. You'll get, if you're really interested in talking to Hex, again, I'm going to produce a video on the expeditions themselves. Coming over here we have Wicker. There's some more steel there, by the way, but of course this is actually steel that's been brought to him. We also have a stash box here if you need to access your stash. Let's go ahead and head down here. Wicker will give you secondary missions. Okay, so we got some more junk, some ammo, some guns, and some knives. Got another bridge here that goes over to the top of this train car. And from there, we can climb onto the roof. Now, there's another bridge that goes right back over to Hex, but we can follow this around. And here's another little bridge that they use to guard this area. Now we got another ammo box right here. All right, let's go ahead and head back this way. Okay, and we're gonna head back down and back across. And now we're going to go back up right here. And there's Wicker again. Okay, Tinker's workbench, armor workbench, weapons workbench, chem workbench, so if you need to make stuff, this is where you come. Okay, with all that said, I think that we have seen as much of the pit as we need to, or sorry, not the pit, the pin. With that said, let's go ahead and start heading over to the rail yard. Okay, here we go, heading out of the pin. There again is the pit stop. Let's go ahead and head over this way to the first entrance we saw to the rail yard. Okay. Now here we go. We got a gate here. It can be opened or closed. Not only that, we have a walkway over this place, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. We're gonna get shot at here. Yep, there it is. Like I said, I take almost no damage, if any, and I deal a lot. It really helps when you're trying to film things and you don't really want to spend half your time fighting when you just had to leave for 5 minutes to go do something else and come back. You know, don't want to have to deal with respawns and stuff like that. Or want to be able to deal with them quickly, I mean. Anyway, right back over here, we got a bunch of clutter. Some old machines. Oop. You know what, I'm going to put on my Chinese stealth armor just for the resistance to radiation. Okay. There we go. Now, then along with that, we got this this machinery over here that seems to have been used to fill train cars. Now that's the main building here in this section. This is the train service depot. We are not going to go in there just yet. That's actually going to be the last place we go. Well, not the last place we go, even in this area, but it's going to be the second to last place we go in the rail yard area. Now over here on this wall, we have an entrance to the first building we're going to check out here. This is building C. Take care of these two real quick. Okay. Then we got a walkway up. Oh, another fanatic. There we go. Coming around here, we got some more steel. Again, not always going to find the steel in these locations where you're seeing it here. Alright. Heading down here, behind the chain link fences, we can check out this note. Wish list. Look, we know it's slim pickings out there, but we really need antibiotics and disinfectant. We need to secure as much as we can before the Fanatics get their hands on what little is left. Those halfwits almost certainly don't know you can't get high off antibiotics. Keep an eye out for screws and duct tape as well. What do you think is holding this place together? Prayers and well-wishing? Now, this gentleman did not make it out alive. He is full of throwing knives. Okay. Some good junk back there. Okay. So we've investigated the interior of Building C. Let's go ahead and head out here. Get some old consoles and stuff in this elevated office. Got a couple of large tanks. Seem to be seeping something out the top. Alright, and if we come back over here, the catwalk goes down, and there was the entrance we went in right there. Alright, where are you? There you are. Okay. Now we head back over this way. We can go down these stairs. We can check out this area behind the tanks. Got a duffel bag right there full of ammunition. Got a little bit of food and water. Some junk. And right over here next to this Union fighter, another note. Getting through. I think our weekly game night is really helping me reach her. I told her that it doesn't matter what you've done. The only thing that matters now is what you're going to do. Oh. Like I said, they have robots. Okay, 1 second. Alright, I cut that out because there was a little bit of gore there. I don't really know what YouTube's new guidelines would do with that. Alright, back to the note. I think our weekly game night is really helping me reach her. I told her that it doesn't matter what you've done. The only thing that matters now is what you're going to do. These Union pricks will still take you in. Last week I reminded her of that bind I got her out of in Oakmont. Then, when I told her what our new friends were doing to our people in Sanctum, I saw her eyes well up ever so slightly. I'll get through to her. We've known each other ever since we were children, for heaven's sake. Yeah, well, unfortunately I don't think he got through to her. I think I may have found her, by the way. We'll see her in the Foundry. Foundry's enormous, by the way. This is going to be a long video. Anyway, let's go ahead and head up this ramp. Oop. There was a little fighting there. I cut it out because, first of all, I wanted to finish reading that note. But along with that, there was some gore. I don't really know what YouTube's new guidelines are going to do with that sort of thing. So, anyway, coming up here on this little landing, we have another note right here. Correspondence chess. 1, E4, E5, 2, NF3, D6, 3, D4, C6, 4, DX, E5, and 1, 0. Okay. Coming through here. Oh, more Fanatics. Okay. They're dealt with. Coming over here into this room, we have a safe. A level 3 out of 3. There we go. Got some good loot in there, some meds and some junk. Now, along with that, we have another terminal here. Okay. We got 4 entries and a holotape of Zeta invaders, so it's nothing we can read or listen to. Anyway, entry 0. Looks like I managed to get this thing working again. Ended up having to wipe the entire system, though. Wonder what it was before. shipping records, payroll slips, HR violations, evidence of a vast conspiracy that reaches the upper levels of the government? Yeah, probably. Not that any of that matters now. Entry 1. Wow, I forgot how satisfying it can be to type on one of these things. Really takes me back to when things were less crap. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The effervescent brown fox lolloped over the liquescent dog. Damn, still got it. Oh man, this stuff's really starting to kick in. I bet I can get this thing to play Zeta Invaders. Entry 2. My fingers are like the wind. My thoughts expanded infinitely. The mind is a singularity, and we are but minnows swimming upstream in that which we call time. After all, you can't have purple without blue and red. When all is one and one are all, we will all truly know the one. Okay, entry 3. What the hell happened last night? Who the hell is the one? Minnows? My head hurts like hell, mouth is dry, and I'm pretty sure I threw up some sort of bug meat. If you're reading this, take the rest of the stash. It's in the safe. I'm done. But don't say I didn't warn you. For a moment, though, everything glowed just a little bit brighter. Very serene. Okay. And that's another way to get into that level 3 safe over there. So I guess Mentats and Stimpaks are the drugs that he left behind there? Anyway. Okay. So right out here we got some ammo. Again, we came right in over here when we first came in here. We can head downstairs. This is building B, by the way. This little warehouse. And if we head through this door, we're in the office section of this, which is the Pittsburgh Union Steel Company. Okay, right over here we got some more junk. More junk. And, well, a little bit of junk in here, but mostly just clutter and containers. Right over here we got a little office with some junk. Dead skeleton there on the... well, not a dead skeleton. Skeleton of a dead person on that couch. Coming through here, we got a bunch of junk. And we can go through here to get this little conference room area where we have a note. It rang. The phone rang, I swear. I don't care what the others think, I know what I heard. It's her. It has to be. We always told each other this is where we'd meet if something like this ever happened. I won't miss her call again. Alright. Little duffel bag there full of cash. Sleeping bag next to it. Alright, and now we're gonna head upstairs. We got this hallway with nothing in it, and a door with a level 1 lock on it. And when we come in here, we've got this industrial trunk. This is the industrial trunk for this location, although the foundry itself has its own industrial trunk as well. Got another safe here, level 2. Okay, why don't we go ahead and head out this door. And we're back out in the train yard. If we look over there, this is a door that leads into the warehouse section. Okay, and if we go a little bit further past these dumpsters, we can go up this ramp. And there we are at the southeastern end of Building B. Okay. Again, with the train service yard structure right there in the middle. Okay, we'll keep on heading this way. Past all these barrels. We got a train car that's tipped over. We got a crashed vertibird there. There's the rest of it. Got some water seeping out of this tower. Not really sure why there's water in that tower. I mean, the reason you have these towers is to provide water for steam trains, which I don't think they were still using. That is an entrance to the foundry, but we're not going to go in there right now. If we head this way, we're going to take a look over here at the northwestern end of the yard. Train yard, I mean. Okay, got some equipment over here. And Fanatic robot and Fanatic turret. And there's probably more Fanatics in that little structure over there. Oh, there's the Fanatic. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and head up this ramp. There's the remains of that turret. And right over here, we got some junk, and we have a duffel bag full of ammo. But along with that, we have a note right over here next to this container of cram. By the way, there was somebody that was looking for cram a while back, and I found a lot of cram here. I will show you when we get to the final count of all the loot, but I found 5 cans of cram in the overall industrial district. Sore all over. Just my luck. Snagged my damn arm on a piece of rebar the other day. Now it's burning up and everything hurts. Can't even open my mouth to eat the damn can of cram I was reaching for. Donnie, if you're reading this, I know you've come to steal my cram. I hope you enjoyed the special seasoning I've added. I don't want to know what that extra seasoning is. Anyway, okay. Let's go ahead and head across this bridge. Got this little elevated office right here. Oh, there's another Fanatic robot. Okay. Got some containers. Oh, okay. 1 second. Got some containers of junk out here. Alright. And keep in mind that when I show you the full list of all the loot at the end, it does not include the containers of junk like this. Well, specifically more like that. Alright, let's go in here. This is building A. Got a little container right there. If we come around this way, we can head over this catwalk. If we come out this door, we're back on the main road. Sure to Radroach. There it is. So, again, the pin is right over there. That's the pit stop right there. Okay. Let's head back in here. We can now head down this ramp, or sorry, the stairs here. Okay, got a large piece of equipment right at the center of the room. If we come over here, another door out to this little yard where we read that note about the strange special seasoning in the cram. Let's take care of these real quick. Okay. Let's head back over here. And yeah, back into building A. Okay, we can walk around here. Alright, and there's another door here. This goes back out to the street. Again, there's that other walkway up we just passed. Again, right over there, the pit stop and the pin. Okay, let's head back towards the train yard. And when we turn right here, we can find yet another entrance to building A. A lot of doors to building A. Alright, and I think that pretty much covers the exterior of the train yard. So let's go ahead and head into the train service structure. Now, there are multiple ways in here. We'll check out this one first. Going up these stairs, we can get onto the ceiling of this structure. And right here, we got some steel ingots. Now, if we come over here, we can jump really stupidly high. But even if you don't, you can come around here and you can find another set of stairs right next to this gate. Go up. And again, onto the roof. Now, along with the roof entrances, there's also this door here on the southeast end of the building. If we keep on going around, there's another door here on the southern end of the building. If we head up here, we're again on the roof, and if we follow this around, we can again get into the structure. But along with that, if we head back down, there's another way into the structure here on the southwest corner, sorry, the south side, and over here, we have another way in on the southwest side. Okay. And further, we head over to the west side of the structure. Another door right there. And another door right there. Now, let's go ahead and just head in this one right next to this train car right here. Okay. Well, another Radroach. Alright. So, we got a ramp up. We're going to take a look at the ground floor first. If we come around here, got some containers, got a plan for a newsstand. It's not always going to be a newsstand, but it generally can find plans there. Now, along with that, we got some containers here. We came in past this just a second ago. Nuka-Cola machine, nothing in that. We can head up here to find more containers of junk. And again, one of the entrances we just came in, or just passed, and another entrance we just passed. Now we got more junk. Okay. Now, right over here, I have found a bobblehead in this container before. I'll show you that real quick. Okay, now if we come over here, more junk, another power armor station. Another way in. I don't think I actually pointed this one out before, because I went up onto the roof above. So yeah, this is yet another way into the structure. Okay, if we come over here, there's a way down right there, by the way. We'll come back around to the down area in a minute. Okay, and I think just a little bit more to cover here. Oh, yeah, we got this train car right here you can walk up on. But if we come over here, yeah, again, another entrance that I missed, and another entrance that I missed. A lot of entrances to get into this part of the structure, but again, over here I missed it because I went up onto the roof entrance on this side. Okay, so if we want to go upstairs, we've got multiple options. Let's go ahead and take this one up. Okay. Got this whole walkway around here. There's another ramp down. If we come around here, there's the northern corner. Okay, now if we come over this way, we got this little office sort of a thing up here, and I have found a magazine up here before. Alright. There's another entrance right there. There's yet another entrance right over here. Well, actually, this is a way out, not an entrance. Although I suppose if you could jump up in there. Anyway, heading back down. And that covers both the upstairs and the ground floor. So why don't we go ahead and head into the basement. And that, again, we can go to right over here. Let's drop right down in. A little bit of water. Not the end of the world. Got some junk lying around. Okay. Weapons workbench over here. But the interesting thing here is right through here. Alright. So this end right over here, blocked up. But we can head out this way. I'm going to run along this tunnel. It splits. Now, to the left, it's blocked. To the right, also blocked, but we have the first of 4 holotapes. This one, Striker's Log Mission Brief.
This is Pat Gerber, striker for the Union. Formerly the 42, now with our command up in the 29. Mission log. Taking care of unfinished business. Used to get reports back in the day of something. Some kind of mutant or monster lurking beneath the foundry. Disappearances, attacks, 1 or 2 mangled corpses. Nasty stuff. Thought it was Fanatic raids myself, but panic ensued, so I got put on the case. Of course, losing the foundry changed our priorities a bit. Now that we're resettled, we've come home to take a look. Can't say I'm not a bit curious. Don't get to monster hunting very often. Will be a change of pace from rooting out spies and Fanatic guerrillas, if indeed it is something new on our plates.
Alright, so we've come back out of the service building there. And let's head into this little structure here. Came in here for just a second to kill some Fanatics earlier. I think I've been hurt more by Radroaches than by Fanatics so far. If we take a look around in here, a bunch of clutter, but no junk so far. Little bit of junk there in the form of the broom and the bucket. And just more clutter. There again is the storage container yard. This is another way into it, but let's go ahead and first head up here. Oop, there we go. Okay, got some junk there. And another plan. This one for the Tinkerer's Workbench, which I don't know who would have gotten to the pit without having the Tinkerer's Workbench plan, but anyway. Okay, we're out here in the the storage container yard. If we head over here, we got a machete there, a duffel bag there. Let's head into this. Yep, Fanatic robot. Okay, junk over there. We can head upstairs here. Not really too much to see. And back out here. Yeah, that pretty much does it for that. Okay, but there's something else to see before we move on from this area. I keep trying to walk around so you all don't have to like see me do something where you won't be able to replicate it with normal gameplay, but you'll be able to get up here no problem. Because again, this is how we entered the area. Now, if we go ahead and jump up on this crate right here, believe me, it's possible. Then you go from that up to the roof. I'm just going to take care of these guys real quick. Okay, I think I just killed them all off. Okay, so you go ahead and you jump up on this thing. Again, I can't really control how high I jump. I try to tap it just as little as possible and it still goes that high. Get up here, and you can head into this structure here. Alright, once you're inside, you got this dead Union fighter here, and she has this holotape here. Striker's Log 2, The Pursuit. Or sorry, just Pursuit.
Pat Gerber, Union Striker, Local 29. Mission log. In pursuit of a beast. Strange to be back in my old stomping grounds after so long away. So much has changed. The streets, well, they've been filthy since the war, of course. But we always used to keep them up as best we could. Now you can barely move without tripping over old rebar or slipping in a pool of spilled waste. The Fanatics did a number on this place. Met up with a new local leader, a woman who goes by Hex. Guess they've had run-ins with the creatures I'm looking for. So there goes my Fanatic Raider theory. She showed me the body of one of these things. No wonder they had folks running scared. Going toe-to-toe with these troglodytes would put the fear into anybody. It's a wonder the 42 is still standing. Best info we have on where they're coming from hasn't changed, though. Seems disturbances in the foundry. Raids against the Fanatics always stir them up, bring them out of hiding. It will be quite the task to get in there unnoticed by the enemy. But that's what strikers are for. I know an old route, backdoor type situation. Should work. If it doesn't, You know where to find my body. And send my regards to the rest of the 29. If nothing else, you know I'll take some Fanatics down with me on the way.
Okay. With that said, let's go ahead and head up this way. The remaining 2 holotapes we'll find will be within the Foundry itself. Okay, so we got another plan right here. This one for the chemistry workbench. This has got to be the most common plan in the game. Some more junk lying around. Inaccessible area back there. This is building H. Sorry, I didn't even mention this before. That building right there is building I on my maps. And then that over there is building G. Okay, so heading back through here. Let's go over to building E. Crossing this bridge right here. And here we go. Alright. Following this walkway around, let's go ahead and head down these stairs. Okay, well I think I had to cut that out. I'm worried about YouTube's policies on gore and stuff like that now. So yeah, if there's little bits of this that are cut out here and there, know that that's probably what happened. Anyway though, we got a weapon right there, some junk, some lockers, ammo box, and right back over in here, a couple of the containers. Alright. That should do it for building E. Now... Okay. Alright, so right back over here we've got this drug user. Well, could be that she was using the drugs to try to help herself, or perhaps just to numb the pain of dying. But if we come back up over here, you can follow this ramp up into this elevated walkway, got a way into a building here. Keep going around, got a way out of the building, and we've got another one of these traps that throws people. Like you can find on Johnson's Acre. Of course, in that case, it's skeletons, not people. They're not full corpses, I should say. Okay, remains of a machine gun. We can keep on walking around here. There's not really anything to see up here otherwise. Okay, let's go ahead and head back into that elevated office. Okay, we can come around here. Let's head in through this door. Got some more Fanatics. Alright. Got a door here that goes to the outside. There's the ramp that we just were up. There's that area building E. Let's go back into building F. Then we can head upstairs. And right in here we got a little kitchen and a hole in the floor where you can drop down to the next level. There's some more cram right there. Okay. Coming around here. Let's go through here and we're back out in that elevated office. Alright, going down this ramp again. We've got a little bit more of the yard to look at out here. Okay, not really too much to see. Most of these containers are either intact or don't have really anything in them. Or they're completely blocked by the stuff inside of them. More clutter here. Collapsed tunnel right there. Okay. And I think that does it for that area. So let's go ahead and take a look at this area over here. Again, same sort of situation, a bunch of either completely closed, empty, or blocked containers. There we go. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and head up over here onto the next little ledge here. We got a couple of dumpsters right there. Nothing in those. Actually, sorry, a little bit of junk in those. If we head up this way, we can head up this ramp. Got a nice view of the yard from up here. And I actually think I missed showing you this little corner over here. Okay. Yeah, another Radroach. And that does it for that. Okay. Back up there. Okay. Let's head across this bridge and check out these. Again, these things are basically empty. They're useful for, like, platforms for the Fanatics to fight upon, but there's not really anything in them for you. Okay, and back here we have another entrance to the Foundry. This is the second entrance to the Foundry. Let's go ahead and head in. Okay, so we are here just outside of what's called the warehouse, and I'll show you the interior map of the Foundry. There are 4 levels to this map. We enter on level 1, but there is a level 0 that is below level 1. There's level 2 and level 3. Now, level 3 and level 0 are significantly smaller than levels 1 and 2. These maps took me a stupidly long time to draw. We're talking about 8 hours, maybe six to 8 hours a piece for levels 1 and 2. That's why this video has been put off since October. That's when I first started looking at this stuff, and I was so daunted by the idea of drawing these maps, I decided to make other lore videos instead. So, we're here now though. I will say that again, I also based the basic structure of this map off of a map that I found on the wiki. And with that, I went in and decided to draw in the levels. Now, in terms of what you're looking at here in terms of color. So if it's yellow and white, sorry, if it's yellow and black and striped, we're talking about an area that's blocked. You can't walk into that area. Now, if it's just white, that's an area you can walk. If it's a light gray, that's an area where there's something above you. Now, I just wanted to put that in there to give you a general sense of the area that you're walking around in, because you're going to be able to see that sort of thing when you're walking through there, and it should also provide you with a little bit of guidance when you're going through. Now, a darker gray, there's 3 shades of gray. There's the light gray, that's area that's under like a walkway. Then there's the darker gray, that's an area where there's a level below you. And then finally there's the dark gray, which is where there's something above a lower section, just to give it a little bit of like a combined look to that sort of thing. Now the blue arrows, they always point up the ramp. Okay. All right. I hope that covers most of what we're looking at here. Oh, the orange, those are lava pools, and then the green are highly radioactive pools of liquid, so we want to stay away from both of those things. Anyway, that said, let's go ahead and head into the warehouse. Southeastern corner of the map here. A lot of Fanatics in here as well, a lot more notes to find, things like that. Now, I will say that the wiki has been generally lacking in content on the Pit. I've been trying to rectify that myself to an extent. I mean, some people have done some great work on it, but I have personally put in some work myself in terms of trying to add some photos, locations of notes and stuff like that. So if you personally have some time that you maybe want to spend helping the wiki out, it helps all of us to have this sort of information in there. Alright, that being said, let's continue to look around here. Now, there's one of the other collectibles in here. We have our collectible nodes, we have a Radstag, stag there. So you can loot meat and skin off that, but let's go ahead and... Who's shooting at me? You are shooting at me, okay. Again, here we are. This is where we entered the room. We got a ramp up, we got a ramp down, we got a little tiny ramp up to the side where we can walk around on the tops of these little half containers, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and check out the bottom level of this room first. Got a pool table, some good plastic on that thing in terms of the pool balls. Now along with that, little sink there. Some junk lying around all over the place. Got a couple of grenades there. Little medical area perhaps. Mini nuke there. Okay. Yeah, there are Union prisoners in here as well. We can't do anything for them because we're not on that mission. But yeah, we got another duffel bag here. Some cash lying around. Oop. Head up the stairs. Something bad happened there. Coming around here, we got a bear skin rug, and again, something bad happened right there. I wouldn't be surprised if that was some sort of sign of the original Fanatic attack on this place that ended up destroying the Union forces, but I don't know why the Fanatics wouldn't clean up after themselves. I've always wondered about that with Raiders. That's like, who wouldn't want to live in a somewhat hygienic environment? But anyway, we got some junk, ammo containers, sleeping areas, nice little drink there of Nuka Cherry. Okay, little sitting area. And there's actually a set of stairs here that go up onto this platform, then further up onto this platform where we've got a shipping container with a little bit of salt and pepper, a hot plate, a cut of meat right there, and again, Radstag buck. Alright, let's go ahead and head back down. Let's head up these stairs. Again, yeah, we have already seen this, so... Right over here, again, duffel bag full of cash. Sorry, this area gets a bit confusing, and I've spent days in here recently, so that should tell you something. Okay, we got a drill right there. Coming through over here. Another half container. You can, of course, walk up on this, but I'm not sure why you would, other than to get the potato crisps and maybe sit in the chair. Another sleeping area there. Some shelves with some ammo. Coming back through here, we got a forklift. A couple of belts. This is from the belt section. We'll see the belt section in just a minute. But along with that, we can head up this ramp. And here we have the lavatories. So, yep. Where? I just heard a Radroach. There it is. Okay. Alright. And a few more over here. Okay. A little weird there. Pillow and a book. Okay. And a hat right there. Alright. With that, we're going to go ahead and head further up. And that's where we find ourselves in the cafeteria. Now, right over here, we find the first recipe in this location. And maybe the only recipe? I can't remember if that's the case or not. Anyway, ammo, guns, little cooking area with a little bit of food in it. And also ingredients, sugar, salt, and pepper. Okay, fridge door here opens up and we got a little bit of canned dog food within. Okay. And again, we got more walkways out here. Okay. And this is where we first went up when we first arrived in this area. Let's go ahead and continue around here. Elevated office right here. Again, this ramp goes back down to where we first came in. That's a cafeteria. And let's head over here. Alright, got a gun, some ammo, some junk. A little bit of apparel there in terms of that hard hat. More junk. Now the Union prisoners are over in here, but we're not gonna... I'll take care of this turret, but we're not coming in here just yet. Okay. Let's head up this way. More junk. Coming across this walkway, we have yet again another entrance to the cafeteria. Now if we come over this way, across this bridge, and we have a little elevated office. Now along with that, there's a little ramp down here, which again brings us back down to this ramp and to the lavatories. So let's go ahead and head up this way. And we got some junk. Okay. And right here we have Scavenger's Journal. Dearest Diary, roaming the streets of Pittsburgh on yesterday eve was I, quite enjoying the calming crackle of gunfire. Pop, 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 pop. When lo, did I behold a sight so unexpected that it startled me more than a Union ambush. In the darkest corner of the blackest alley did I spy a large crate of enemy rations, wholly unguarded among the half-eaten corpses of our foe. Surely a trap, I pondered to myself, yet cautiously I approached. I could not let this opportunity escape. After much prodding from afar, I determined that this boon was unlikely to explode upon immediate contact, nor did mine senses detect the slightest hint of an ambush lying in wait. I alighted with my prize back to the foundry from whence I came, but a cloud still hangs above mine head. Forsooth, perhaps this eminent stash of spells disaster, when it is opened, the thought gnaws at me. I cannot risk disaster at so late a stage. I have hidden yonder cache away among the blast furnaces, where it will be safe from prying eyes until I can determine a method of attack. I don't know why they wrote that like that, but anyway, let's come out this way. Another elevated area, then again the belts I was talking about earlier. If we come over here, got an area with some pipes, some sort of press, and doors to other areas. Let's go ahead and head back down over here. There again is the walkway where we walked over to that elevated office to find the Scavenger's Journal, and right back over here again the cafeteria. So let's head back over here and head down those stairs. Okay. Now if we take a look at this level here, got some junk, an axe, more junk, more junk, more junk, and the cries from the Union prisoners on the other side. Now if we head up here, back in this elevated office right here with again the Union prisoners on the other side of the door. I do wish there was something we could do for them, but we cannot when we're not on the mission. Okay, right back down to this level. Now if we come over this way, you'll find that this area has a couple little enclosed areas with a chainsaw right there, an armor workbench right there. Okay. Let's head back over here. Got a couple little workbenches or something like that. What's that? Excel? Yep, Excel. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and head this way. And we're going to investigate the belts. Now, there are two ways to the belts from this area. There's this way, in which we can immediately see the belts. So I killed some enemies and also took a drink because I've been recording this for however long it's been and my throat was ridiculously dry. So that being said, let's take a look around. We're going to start off on this level, and so because of that, we're going to take a look around here first rather than going down to the depths. Now, we got a little elevated office right here, some junk on the wall, miner hat, some stim packs right there. Got a weapons workbench, some more junk, some more meds, some more grenades. This place, by the way, is it has an enormous amount of loot inside of it. I cannot wait to show you the end of this. Sorry, another Fanatic right there. I guess the 50 caliber round to the lung was enough to take him down. Anyway, let's head back out this way. And here we have another entrance back to the warehouse. And actually, when I said earlier there are 2 ways in here, there are actually 3 ways between the warehouse and the belts, and this is the other way right here. Through this little room with this little cage. Okay. In fact, let's open that up. Take a look in here. We have a power armor helmet right there, a T-45 helmet. And here is an industrial trunk. In fact, I think there are multiple industrial trunks in here. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and head back out this way. Back up to the level where we came in. Good lord. So many Fanatics. Okay. That power armor was no match for my 45 rounds. Anyway, let's get up this way. And here again is that office we were just in. Okay. And let's go across this bridge right here to another little office. Oh. Okay. More junk, more meds, more ammunition. Okay. Let's head down here. Because pretty much that actually kind of does it. There is one more thing to show you on this level before we head down, actually, and that is right over here, this doorway, which we'll go through real quick. We got the security cage here with some more junk, another piece of power armor. Okay. And coming through here, we are in the Twin Cauldrons area, as denoted by those 2 large cauldrons. But let's go ahead and head back through here. And with that, we're back in belts, back up on the same level, and let's go ahead and drop down to the next level down. There's still one little bit of the area that's up that we need to explore, and that's right over here in this corner, above another cage of Union prisoners. Let's go up here. Okay. And we got another note right here. Warden's note. 16 in and 10 out in the last 5 days. I know we're not the Sanctum, but this pace won't cut it. Weapons testing is taking its toll. Too many casualties, too much wasted labor. There just aren't enough captives to go around in this part of town. To be wasting them on some new weapon when we can just kill Union the old-fashioned way. We'll never meet our quota this way. It's a disaster. I'll need to transfer out of labor at this rate, or I'll be the next one in the pins. Okay, more junk, more Union prisoners yelling up to us for help that we can't help. Some things to drink there. Okay. Coming out here. Not too much to see. We can drop down. Again, Union prisoners right over here. Sorry, guys. Wish I could open the door. I cannot. Alright, little elevated office over here. Okay, got some more junk. Whole lot of junk, in fact, including these packs of chlorine over here. And right over here we have another note. Don't worry. Don't worry, my darlings. We'll be together soon enough. I'm sorry I failed you. Okay. Now let's come back out over here. We've got another ramp up here that goes back up to the level we were on before. And there's even this other ramp over here that does the exact same thing. I'm telling you, the map drawing of this place was ridiculous. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and head back down to this layer, back through this office, and we're gonna go ahead and head back over down here. Now we've cleared, well, not cleared, we've explored this whole area, but there's one more little part of this floor to look at, and that's right over here. Here we go, bunch of spools. Nope. I'm not sure what these spools, well, I'm assuming this is a steel mill. It not necessarily is. Just well, you can still make steel cables and stuff like that. I think I'm just, anyway, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Let's head down this ramp, and we're down in the next level down. Okay, more belts, more dead Fanatics that I killed, more equipment, another press right there. Okay, and we got this little equipment shop here where we got floor cleaners, forklifts, some more junk, and we got a door right on over here that gives us, I think this is actually holotape number 4. Yeah, so we'll come back to this. There's more junk in here. Again, the number 4 here is in the belts, and I actually have it in my inventory, and I will just go ahead and play it once we find holotape number 3. But again, remember that this little lower office here in the belts area. Okay. Alright, so back around here, this ramp brings us back up to that little office and these multiple ramps that go up again, remember? Now if we head back down here, we can head over into here. Old generator right there. Heading around here, we get to this, again, that little office with holotape number 4, and the ramp back up to the spool area. Now if we head into this little hallway, we find a couple of rooms, a couple little triangular rooms. Okay, a little bit of data trooper right there. Some more chems right there. And again, the twin cauldrons area. Okay, now if we head back through here, let's check out the northern hallway here. If we go through this door, we find another fanatic. Oh, with a note next to her that says, "Forgive me. I didn't mean for it to come to this. When I told them about the foundry, I thought we were just going to scare everyone off. Not this. God, I'm so sorry. Please don't think any less of me. I should never have left you all in the first place. Give Cliffy a hug for me if you ever see him again." Now, I think this may have been a person related to that person that was talking about game night before, back out there out on the outside, but I don't know if there's any connection there or not. It just, we got out there, we had a guy that was trying to bring someone out of the Fanatics, and right here we have a fanatic that regrets her choices, right? So, anyway, we got some more junk, some more ammunition, a little bit of armor right there. Okay, and coming back out here, we've got another entrance to the Twin Cauldrons area. Okay, let's explore the ground level here. Again, this is a little 2-triangle room. Couple of ramps up, one right there and one right back over here. But along with that, we got this little lower room right here, and I seem to have drawn the attention of the Fanatics. Can take care of them real quick. Okay, so if we close the door, we got a dead Union fighter in there with an axe in their stomach. We got another duffel bag full of ammunition right there. Some more junk. Another dead Union fighter down there. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and head up this ramp. And we're going to take a look around here. Now that beeping you're going to hear is because there's like a Union equipment chest around here. That's another little sub-objective, just like the steel ingots. Got a little ammo there with these containers of junk all over the place. Alright, now let's go ahead and head back through this door. And I have found a bobblehead right on over here. Alright, now along with that we got this couple here that seems to have been killed together. Along with that we got their short flamer right there and another piece of T-45 armor. Okay. Coming back out of here, we can come out this door. There's the other ramp down to the lower level. And a piece of equipment. Okay. With that being said, and let's just go back through here because it'll be easier. If we head over here, and nice enough to put names for their areas up on the wall, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed that before when we've been walking through those other areas, but that's where I've been getting the names for these things, like Twin Cauldron, the belts, and the warehouse. So, anyway, if we come up here, we can take a look up over this way. There's a bunch of stuff in there we can't really get to. I think what we're looking back there is like large furnaces or something like that to pour the liquid into these cauldrons, because it first pours it into these large crucibles, and then those crucibles pour into the cauldrons. Now if we come over here, got another elevated office with some meds right there, some junk, dead fanatic right there, another chainsaw, multiple chainsaws in this place, a lot of junk. And that's not just like a randomly spawned thing. I've found specifically chainsaws in these locations multiple times. Okay, miner's uniform there. More junk lying around. We can come back out this way. And if we drop down here, come across here. Hey, look at that. There's that little area with that shoulder. And again, the belts. This is that first way I showed you into the Twin Cauldrons. Let's go ahead and head on over here. Got another generator right there. And I'm just going to show you this real quick. I'm currently wearing, again, the Chinese stealth armor, which has a 1000 resistance to radiation. And check out still how many rads I get when I jump into this cauldron. 17. So I would not recommend getting inside that liquid. Alright, so if we come over here, we got a little intermediate area. We've got some more presses. We've got a couple of containers of junk. Well, containers of junk with junk all over them. Some ammo, some guns. Okay. Got a large area right here we're not going to go into just yet. I think this is the fire pit. Sorry, no, this is the canal, and we'll see why in just a moment, but for now, again, we got a security gate here. And behind it, another T-45 helmet, another industrial trunk. Okay. And we can definitely hear that beeping from that Union chest. This is the fire pit. And again, we'll come back to here in just a minute, but there's more to see. So, let's head back out here. Back into the Twin Cauldrons. Head back up these ramps and into this area over here. Now, we got this at the ammo box right there. Some more junk lying around. And let's go ahead and head in here into the fire pit. We'll take care of the Fanatics, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so the Fanatics have been dealt with. I thought so, at least. I just saw another one's text. There they are. Apparently they didn't notice me before. Anyway, we've got another container of this green liquid. We've also got another dead member of the Union right there. Now if we come back up over here. Okay, let's take a look around this. This place looks ridiculously complex, but it's actually fairly simple when you break it down. And again, let me show you the map. So we got level 1 and level 2 and level 3. It's actually quite simple. So why don't we go ahead and take a look around over here. Now this is actually an extendable bridge. Now if we come over here into this office, there's a button we can press. And that extends the bridge. Okay? But again, you don't want to go swimming in that green liquid. So, right over here we got some more junk, another drill, more junk, another drill, some more junk, some steel, and right here another note, Fanatic Manhunter's note. The last hunt was an eventful one. We bagged 2 high-profile targets, a number of captives, and some loot they were hauling. Looks like food rations, certainly a blow to the enemy. Not only will they starve, but we will eat. We should target the supply route more in the future and put a quicker end to this war. This haul belongs to the Manhunter by right of conquest. We've stored it in the old slag separation room until we can move it out to the headquarters. The others know who it belongs to. They won't dare touch it until we return. Okay, more junk lying around here. Alright. Now if we come out here, we got another walkway around, but along with that we have the walkway over the old pool of green liquid here that we just extended. Okay, and there's a river of molten metal. Okay, well, if we come back over here, we can head down this ramp. Alright, now on the ground level, lot more of obstacles. So, yeah, this area, again, looks ridiculously complex when you look at it on the lowest level. Coming around here, we actually have another holotape. This is holotape number 3, Striker's Log 3, Lion's Den. Again, I want to point out specifically where this is because I had some trouble finding this thing myself. Again, we got this elevated office right up here next to the green pool. If you come out the northern door, head down the ramp and around the corner, holotape number 3.
Pat Gerber, Union Striker with the Local 29 mission log. Things are getting uncomfortable. Found a way past the patrols and made it to the tunnels beneath the foundry. Place is like a maze. No wonder we never scouted the whole thing when we owned this place. There's evidence of our mutant friends everywhere. Human bones littered here and there, stripped of all the flesh, the muscle. I've got a strong stomach, but it's hard to take. Must have been dragging folks down here as long as we suspected. Can't help but think of the friends I've lost. I'm gonna exterminate the whole lot of these creatures. The going is getting tougher. No natural light, of course. Or artificial, for that matter. But more than that, the rads get worse the deeper I go. I can feel my body heating up, my skin crawling, stomach starting to churn. I still haven't found the bastards. Pounded some rad X. but it's hardly helping. I should know better, but I want to press on. Maybe a few levels deeper before I turn back and rethink my strategy. Maybe still a hazmat suit from somewhere. If I'm lucky. Your damn head's starting to swim. Hope the damage isn't done already.
I was just editing and realized that I'd never shown you the fourth holotape, so here we go.
Pat Gerber, striker with the Union local, the 29 mission log. Pretty sure I fucked up good. Got a little farther down and came face to face with my prey. Damn thing was hideous. Was limping along. Really feeling the rats at this point. Didn't feel up to a fight. So I was pretty sure I was a goner. But it didn't bounce. It didn't strike. The thing just stared. It stared at me. It knew me. I could feel it. How that's possible, I don't know, but sort of chill down my spine. Its eyes, they called to me. Felt like an eternity. But after a minute or two, it just turned around and left. And so did I. I made it back topside. Lucky to be alive, honestly. But all I feel is an anger. It's swelling up inside me. I'm just so mad. Mad I didn't kill the thing. Mad it didn't kill me. It doesn't make any sense. Don't think I'm going back to the 29 anytime soon. Need to wait for these urges to subside. Don't want to hurt anyone. Shouldn't be near other people right now. God, it's so damn bright up here. Was it always so blinding? Need to find a little corner out of the light. Someplace warm. I don't know why it's gotten so cold either. Too used to the rats, maybe. Gerber out.
Okay. So I kind of just walked around this area. I hope you observed a little bit of it. You got these 3 little balconies that point out into the liquid. Well, I guess 2, and then this one is also just a walkway that comes over here into this elevated office here. Got some junk, got some guns. Coming around this, we can again then go down this ramp. And I'm going to see if I can grab that stash just because it is making way too much noise. There we go. We recover the Union supplies. Good for us. Now then, it'll stop beeping and we can get on with this. Coming around here, again, we got the river of molten metal. Seems to have kind of set the forklift here on fire because they parked it on top of it. There is coming in from the canal. We'll check out the canal in just a minute. Some more junk. Some more weapons. Okay. Now, ground level, there's not too much to see over here. Just some more clutter. Another ramp up to the next level. Oops, sorry. There we go. Alright. And actually, let me point this out first. This right out here is the train tunnel. We'll see that in a minute. And those are the chem labs. Just this is a connecting area, so wanted to point that out. Now, along with that, there is also a note right here. Hellcat contract. The undersigned agree that for the term of 18 months, Party A is contracted to the Hellcat Mercenary Company, hereafter referred to as Party B, in the role of private. So this is an individual signing up for the Hellcat Mercenary Company to become a private. Party A acknowledges that this contract obliges them to use force for the interests of Party B. Party A acknowledges that this contract binds them to the orders of their superior officers, and that any concerns regarding the orders must be raised through the agreed-upon process as presented in Document 3C. In exchange for services rendered, Party B agrees to provide food, shelter, and payment in caps for Party A for the length of the contract. Party B acknowledges that the failure to provide these benefits for a period of 1 or more weeks entitles Party A to terminate the contract. Party A acknowledges that desertion and or abandonment of the contract will result in a complete ban from further work with Party B. Furthermore, Party B reserves the right to enforce the terms of the contract by whatever means it deems justified. Finally, Party A acknowledges that this contract obliges them to undertake acts of great personal risk on behalf of Party B, potentially resulting in serious injury or death for the terms of this contract. So, there you go. That's how the Hellcat mercenaries sign up to do the work that they do. Now let's take a look over here real quick. Some more ammunition, some welding goggles, a little fridge with some ammo inside of it, and a beer bottle. Gun right there, another gun right there. Okay. Again, we'll check out the rest of these areas when we come back to check those areas out specifically. Now, when we walk around over here, got another little area here with a generator with a fusion core inside of it, and that I think pretty much covers the entirety of the fire pit. That said, why don't we go ahead and check out the canal? So, crossing that that river of metal, let's go in here, and we find more Fanatics. Let me take care of these guys real quick. Okay, Fanatics have been dealt with. So, first of all, let's take a look right over here. This is again where we walked in the first time we came into the canal from the Twin Cauldrons area. Now let's go back into the canal. Got a large press right there, a generator with a fusion core inside of it. We're going to stick to the first floor for the moment, then we'll go up. Now here's the canal itself, this river of metal that's flowing from the main blast furnace. Union fighter right there. Again, that goes to the fire pit section. Got some more junk over here. Dead Union folks, like that. Ugh. Large piece of equipment here, some sort of generator probably. Okay, coming around here, we have again the blast furnace with the belts coming in at the top. Now right down here, we have an entrance to the chem section. Okay, got a couple of presses there. Now, one second. Okay, well those guys dealt with, let's keep on looking around here. Now if we head up here, we got this large furnace with a couple skeletons in it. Now coming up, got some pieces of equipment, some junk, some ammunition, and then we got this little walkway area that connects to the chemical section. And again right over here to the fire pit. Okay, so let's head back over through here, get back into the canal. Okay, and actually we were on the ground floor before, so let's continue with that. Now, got a large container of more of that green liquid here. I still don't know exactly what that's supposed to be. Anyway, though. Okay. It's highly radioactive, and my guess is it's somehow responsible for heating this stuff so that they can melt it. Anyway, though, here's more of the canal. Armor workbench there. A couple of ramps right there, right there. Another ramp right over here. And let's go ahead and head up this ramp now. Okay, first of all, we got a bathroom with a couple of safety showers and eye wash stations. Except for I think that the way they've got this set up, it's just used as general showers. Along with that, we got a piece of Radaway floating there in the middle of that locker right there. We got some more hard hats. Someone put up a poster of sugar bombs in their locker, like one would expect, like a pinup girl or something like that. Anyway, blue hard hat right there. Right over here, we have access to the warehouse. Okay, the first area we came into. Now, along with that, something we didn't point out the first time around, there is a safe here with an experimental MIRV inside of it, because that would be very easy to fit inside this wall safe. Along with that, some junk. And then along with that, right over here, we have a terminal. Okay, we got archived. File not found. Quarter 4 of 2076. File not found. Quarter 1 of 2077. File not found. Quarter 2 of 2077. Quarter 3 of 2077. So yes, this... yes, this one too. Nice work. For managerial dickhead use only. It would seem that they finally hired someone with half a brain if you were able to get past the password lock I put on this thing. You're probably looking for all the records I've been supposed to be keeping over the past however many years. Don't bother. They're gone. All deleted. Shame about that. My advice to whomever may be reading this, get out. This job isn't worth it. A couple of years in this place will suck your soul dry. Take what's in the safe behind you, tell your bosses you found nothing, and run. If for some reason you decide to stay, remember the company mantra. Blame it on the last guy. Alright, let's go ahead and head over here. Alright, again, this is that area with the 2 ramps, one down, one up over there. And another ramp up here. Let's just take a look at this real quick, because it'll be a quick look here. Okay, we got some junk. We got another computer. Foreman's terminal. Hey, we got a terminal entry here from July 31st, 2077. Hal Caldwell, Foreman's log. The whole floor is in a tizzy about the new regs put down by the ownership last week. Sensing real unrest here. It's getting tense. Trying to keep the peace as best I can, but hell, even I have to admit they're a step too far this time. We were already busting our asses up and down the line to make quota, and now they want triple? Unreal. I don't know what kind of pressure Mr. Mackinson is under to ask that of us, but he better have a damn good reason or he's going to be looking at the first strike this foundry has had in 20 years, and there'll be nothing we can do to stop it. From September 19th, 2077. Mr. Mackinson finally came by to see what the fuss was about, and the workers let him have it. He should have seen it coming, poor guy. He was not prepared for the vitriol. Whoever gives him the reports at HQ should be fired. Had to get the Protectrons involved to keep things from getting out of hand, not our finest hour. The boss was clearly shaken, but his orders didn't change. The war effort needs more output, non-negotiable. He didn't rule out disciplinary action either. I told him he'd have to fight for it. The Union had had enough. He told me it's out of his hands. And October 1st, 2077. Got the Union together and we started a dialogue with the ownership. Nobody wants a repeat of the labor wars down south in Beckley and Welch. Told Mr. Mackinson that his ask is impossible and he's sympathetic. He agreed to pull some clever accounting if we can squeeze just a little bit more out of everyone. Hard to say exactly how the rank and file will react, but we're hoping to avoid the worst, at least for now. The longer this war drags on, the harder the toll it takes on everyone involved. The grief is hitting us hard. I see it all over the floor. If it's not another relative taken, then it's all the guilt of not being out there yourself. I only hope it ends soon for all our sakes. So, I mean, that's really interesting right there, because it shows that the riots taking place in the ash heap were actually known of outside of Appalachia. So that means that the media must have been reporting it, or maybe it was just passing through Union hands, you know, that sort of thing. The news, I mean. Anyway, okay, so if we head over this way, we're going to go ahead and head up and down. And we get to this little elevated room right here. A little bit of ammunition, gun, ammo, and another walkway over here, which again brings us back to this room that has that walkway that takes us back to the fire pit over there and the chemistry station right over here, the chemical labs, I mean. Okay, that's just what I wanted to show you, is this area, and along with that, there's also a ramp down, which again takes us back into the main fire pit section, or canal section, sorry. Now, heading back over this, we can go ahead and head down. And right back over here, we've got, hey, it's those Union prisoners. I unfortunately still can't let them out. But if we take a look back through here, we are back in the warehouse again. Okay? That's how these things interlink. Now then, let's head around the back of this. And we've got this walkway around here. We can either go around this way. And again, it brings us back up over to this room, this little interchange. Or we could have gone the other way, which would have brought us back around near this green tank. Okay, now if we head over through here, again, we've seen all this before, so let's check out the chemical labs. Now hopefully I've cleared out the Fanatics over here. I don't know. Got this little control room here, a lot of equipment, a little bit of junk here and there in these containers, doors missing from the hinges here, more junk, containers of junk, broken generator there. Okay, now if we come in here, we got a couple of belts lifting material up and over the area. Oh, yeah, didn't get everybody, it seems. Okay. Checking out this area, we got more containers of junk. Another generator. And again, that's that little interchange again. So let's go ahead and head up here first. Okay, more junk, more containers of junk. If we come over here, we can actually go up this little ramp. Some dead Union members. And along with that, we've got these belts again that I pointed out before. And they go up through these machines, and eventually they end up in the blast furnace on the other side over there, see? Okay, not really a great way to get a shot of that. Anyway, if we head back down here, there's even a ramp on the other side. And we can check out this little area. Or just right back through here. Okay. And we get some more junk. And again, the little interchange with the pipes leading to the fire pit and to the canal. Okay. With that said, let's go ahead and head up this ramp. Got this elevated office right here. This area up here. This piece of pipe right here that you can damage. Let's see. A chemist order note. The boss wants us mixing day and night, no rest. We'll turn those Union rabbits into paste with the weapons we make here, and if that's not reward enough, the bonus is 2 servants from the pins, your pick. As for the kill counts, you'll get credit for every bunny our soldiers poach with your weapon. I think that's reference to Union rabbits again. That's the sweetest deal in the pit, so make sure you mix your chems right. One wrong dose, the whole operation goes up in toxic choking smoke, and you with it. Okay, so the Fanatics have been mixing chemical weapons in here. Now if we head up here, you can check out this elevated office over here. More containers of junk all over the place. And just junk lying out in general. We got this walkway over here. We'll check that out in just a minute. But along with that, we've got this chest set covered in ammunition. We can head down this ramp. More ammunition, more junk. Alright. Right over here, another little area. You can walk off this ledge, drop down on top of the belt over here. Anyway, though, let's head around this side, and we can head down this ramp, and we're again back down on the lowest floor of the chemistry station. Chemical labs, there we go. Anyway, let's head back up this. We can cross this walkway. Now there's a door here that goes... Oh. I'm going to take care of the Fanatics real quick. Now this leads over into the train tunnel. But back here in the chem labs, let's head down. Alright, and if we go up over here, there's the fire pit. This is where we read that contract about the Hellcats. And let's see, we can walk up this to get back on this. And then we can also head around here. More junk, more grenades, tire iron there if you need a melee weapon that's really not very good. We got a duffel bag full of ammunition and guns and junk. Okay, and that does it for the chem labs. Aside from whatever you find down here on the ground. And along with that, we can now head into the tunnel. The train tunnel, I mean. Power armor workbench. Some junk. Here's the train tunnel itself. We'll look at that last. Coming around on the ground. This stuff right here supports this tipple. And this is where they would bring the train cars in, lift them up, and then dump the contents directly onto the ground, rather than onto a belt. Now, I don't know why you would do it this way. This is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen. Rather than having it so it dumps into some sort of hopper where it then falls onto the belt, they have to have somebody out here operating this loader to lift this stuff up and then drop it onto the belt. Somebody wasn't thinking there. Anyway, let's check out this area. We got a weapons workbench right there. Could be another Fanatic or two in here. I don't see anybody yet. This area can have Union prisoners in it, and in fact we got a couple of dead members of the Union right over here. Alright. Some more junk. If we come over here, we got a couple of pipes encased in this fencing here. Blocked off area you can't get into. That said, that pretty much covers the ground level of this area, so why don't we go ahead and head up. And the first thing we find is this area with, again, the Hellcat mercenary contract. Again, there's the fire pit, the chem labs, and if we keep going up, we find ourselves at the top level of the train tunnel area. Got a door here. Okay. And here we got a bunch of containers of junk, another safe, and some more T-45 armor parts. More junk. Okay. Walkways. Another dead member of the Union right here. And if we keep coming over here, doorway to the Chem Labs. Remember that? Alright, now if we come over this way, past the coal tipple, well, coal is sometimes what does that, and tipple I think is the word I'm looking for there. Anyway, another hallway here with some more junk. Another terminal here, Union New Hire Terminal. Welcome to the Union. Welcome, newcomer. Let me be the first to welcome you to our Local 42, the pride of the Union. Our core mission is to protect the Foundry and use its industrial strength to win this war and eventually to restore Pittsburgh to its former glory. It'll be a tough road, but you picked the right side. With us, you get organization, dedication, and democracy. We treat everyone fairly, or strive to, and if you have problems, we have legal outlets to solve them. Most of all, you have a community that cares about you and about rebuilding this city into what it used to be. Skip Rorich, Pittsburgh Local Union 42. Now, Skip Rorich is down in the White Spring now. He's the one who organized, or basically was a big part of organizing the expeditions up here to the pit. Our foundry. The importance of the foundry cannot be overstated. It is one of the few factories the Union has been able to restore to full working order, and the quality metalwork we produce here gives us a critical advantage over the Fanatics. While the loss of the mill has slowed our production, it has not stopped it entirely. We are still able to feed the fires through the hard work of our field teams who risk their lives daily to recover the materials we need. So what does the foundry do exactly? The long and short of it is that it takes metals, melts them down, purifies them, and molds them into parts we need for equipment. In the ruins of Pittsburgh, we Unioneers are the only ones with the know-how to continue this work. A point of pride that no other faction in this pit of ours can claim. Our enemy. The Fanatics seem monolithic, but in practice they still operate mostly in independent cells, each staking out their own fief centered on some critical piece of infrastructure. While they have enough fundamental understanding to realize the importance of their headquarters, they rarely lack the knowledge to fully operate it. I think what they're looking for is sorely lack the knowledge to fully operate it. See their occupation of the mill. Once a Union steel mill, now merely a military outpost and torture warehouse under Fanatic rule. This lack of understanding on their part gives the Union its key advantage. Not only do we know about the importance of our factories, like this foundry, but we appreciate it. We may be fewer in number, but our expertise has let us hang on, and in the future will let us take back Pittsburgh from the chaos. Well, given the state of the pit in Fallout 3, I don't know if that's the case. Now, a note to all members. Management has been made aware of some disturbing reports filed by workers operating the lowest levels around the foundry exterior. And in the interest of safety, we ask that for the time being, all members pair up for jobs in sectors F through G. We have also chosen to suspend night work for the unpermitted until the strikers can conduct a full investigation. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay. Come out of here on this balcony, and we get another look down into this area where, again, there's sometimes Union prisoners, sometimes not. And again, the area with the Hellcat contract. Now, we're back here in the elevated office up here. And right over there, again, the area where we found those two pieces of armor. And that concludes our tour of this upper level. So let's head back over here. And take this ramp down. Now, I don't think we actually did look at this little corner the first time we were on the floor. But we got a little bit of junk here, a little bit of apparel. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and head into the train tunnel itself. Now, these are linked up. Right here, we got a gap, though. Come around here. You got ways in and out of this structure. Okay. A little bit of junk, and let's go ahead and head out this door. Okay, and now, if you don't recognize it, we are once again in the train yard. In fact, there's the train service depot right over there. Crashed vertibird I talked about earlier. Okay. Alright, well, that does it for this ridiculously large place in terms of touring the overall location. Now I'm going to show you the full list of all the loot you can find here. Okay. Again, this place is enormous. That's why I decided to make maps of it, just to make it easier to find your way around. I'm going to figure out exactly the best way to post these maps. I'm considering doing what I did with my Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Mass Effect 2 planetary material totals, where I have a Google Doc currently on my Google Drive that is publicly accessible. I might just see if the wiki wants them or not. I don't know. I mean, they're not perfect, but I think they're better than nothing. So, anyway though, this has been the Resolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.